We have 5 senses, but games can only use a few. We can see and hear, and in some games we can feel by using game controllers that can trick us to feel some of the action, but we cannot taste or smell in games. If a game can do that, it will immerse us to places never felt before, but we are still far from it. So games have evolved to make us see and hear, and what you see first is what sells the game. Visuals are extremely important, but once you play it, audio makes us feel it. You can see the visual cues, the animations and movement, but to convey the weight of it, the feeling, you need good audio to match it. Let me explain what I have been doing with audio after the intro. Welcome back. If you are new to the channel, I make games, and you can download many of my games from the link in the description below. A little more than a year ago, I talked about game audio and the basics about it. You can watch it from the link here. This past week, I spent my time recording and adding sound effects to make it feel fun and immersive. First, you can hear punch sounds and shouts. In martial arts, you will hear shouts that add a layer of action. When punching, kicking, and so on, enemies and your character have different shouts, like in this example. Also, I had a hard time to let the player know that stamina is low. Visual cues are not easy to see and distract the player. Fighting action will stop if out of stamina, so it is very important to manage your stamina properly. So for that, I added different sound effects, like this one. So it became clear that you are running out of stamina and air. Even walking have different sounds, depending on the surface. A second layer on top was also added, and that depends on the environment. This is very small and subtle, but added echo depending on the location. In the dojo, you can barely hear it, but if you are inside a cave, for example, and you can hear now, the same sound, but with echo, can give you the feeling of a bigger area than in the dojo, and each area of the game can have a different filter applied, based on the environment surface you are walking. For that, I added the sound filter parameter, and as you can see, I have many different filters that I can apply to different areas in the game, making it very easy to apply to each area. I implemented all these filters more than a year ago, but never used them until this week. For example, I can apply a low pass filter, and the sound will be like this. Or change the different echo modes. The next progress is environment sounds. For example, started adding bird sounds while in the bamboo forest. In most games, I think you will not hear the sounds of birds and forest. So my plan is to add more environmental sounds as the game grows, and most probably few people will notice those sounds, since we hear them all the time but never pay attention to those. Those small familiar sounds is what makes the environment more relatable to what we expect. Many good games completely ignore that, but I feel that is a mistake, and adding some small details like this make the game more immersive. Still, I have many other sound effects to add, like breaking bones, enemy deaths, breaking things, and so on. And that's it for today. What do you think? Is there anything that you would like to see in this kind of game? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to support my work, please click like and subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you do not miss my next update. Thank you so much for watching my journey. See you next week.